Hello and welcome to another episode here at Scriptcase by Jamie. The intention of today's video is to show you or talk about how you can get help with Scriptcase. If you need any help, there are plenty of methods or plenty of ways and paths, should I say, where you can get support from Scriptcase. And of course, if you can't get support with Scriptcase, you can always get support from me. You just need to ask, send me a mail, just book a session on the ScriptcaseByJamie.com website, and we can have a chat. I'll be more than happy to help you, whether that be with some basic advice on how you should launch your project and how you should start developing it, or even creating and developing the project all around. Whatever you like, just send me a mail, or of course, keep watching the video and find out how you can get support with Scriptcase. Okay, so over on the scriptcase.net website, we just checked this in the previous video, and we have quite a few options here on how we can get support from Scriptcase. And the first option we have is actually down here, where we have the offline message right now, but we could actually leave a message here for the Scriptcase support. And you see I have my name and my email address here and my phone number. You need to enter those details for Scriptcase to speak to you in the first place. Now, you may not want to add your phone number, as I have done. You can just add zeros. If you don't want to add your real email address, then don't do that either. That is entirely up to you. How you do that, well, whatever you like. Okay, so with the chat available during the day, so now it's still like 9 in the morning, so later in the day, usually around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, my time in Portugal, then support will become available. And once they are available, then you will have a Darcy here. As you've probably seen in many of the videos, whenever we come here to the website, there is usually a Darcy here. And there is nobody called Darcy. Okay, it's just a random name there that's provided to the initial AI copilot, whatever it is that's running the chat there initially. Okay, so once you've entered your initial details, you will then have a real person within the online hours. Okay, so that is very important to note. You can always go there and ask for support. Now, it is important to note that the support for Scriptcase, or provided by Scriptcase, is typically via a ticketing system, okay? You need to buy tickets. Yes, I'm afraid so. You can get support here from the chat, as I have just been saying, but this is typically for installation. So only when you are installing Scriptcase will Scriptcase actually support you. Okay, so that's quite an important note to make, because if you are developing your project and you need some help in between, you will need to open tickets. You will need to purchase support tickets, and with that, Scriptcase will of course support you. Now, typically from my experience, this may have changed in the years because I haven't actually purchased tickets for probably 5, 6, 8 years now. And back at that time when I did support tickets, I actually just wasted the money, to be honest. I bought the tickets, I think I used it once, realized I was not going to get the support I actually needed because, yeah, it was development support I wanted, not with the development environment. So that is very important to note. If you are having problems with your own development, there's no support there at Scriptcase for you, I'm afraid. If you do need support in those areas, you can come to me. I'll be more than happy to help you, and we can see where we go to from there. But otherwise, if you do have tickets, then of course Scriptcase will support you for just about any issue you have with the development environment. That means with importing your projects, exporting your projects, using some of the features and functionalities that are available within Scriptcase. So by default, those are the options or features and functionalities that you will be supported with the Scriptcase development environment. Not with your code, not with your project, and definitely not with your server setup. Now, if you need help with any of those, you can reach out to me. No problems with any of that. So you just have to ask and I'll be more than happy to help. Okay, so for support, we have up here the support option, and we can log in here. I could log in here, so let me log in here. Okay, so I'll log in here, and with that, then I can come here and I can see my support details. I have here the online chat option, as well as a toll-free US and Canada phone number that I can use to actually speak to somebody. Okay, we have here also the option to report an error. Okay, so here I can use the bug tracker, and as you see, I'm actually logged in as English, and for some reason I have this in Portuguese, which is definitely, or Brazilian Portuguese should I say, because I know my wife would kill me there. But yes, that is probably not very helpful, but I'm sure that you will be able to understand what the whole idea is. So I'll just block my location there because it's trying to get my location, and I would imagine that if I give my location, it would more than likely change the language. So should we try that again? Should I close that page? Open up here the report error again, and I have, of course, the browser option to translate this from Portuguese, and I hate that it says Portuguese because it is Brazilian Portuguese, so not even Microsoft knows the difference between the two. Okay, so it doesn't automatically translate unless I use the browser translation. So we need to add here our name, our email address, choose the priority. I think the majority of these pretty much make sense. The majority of these options, of course, make sense. Nom is name, email, prioridad is priority, telephone is telephone or telephone, and assunto means subject, and description is description, which obviously I would say makes some kind of sense. System operation, so operation system, so your Windows, Linux, whatever operating system you're using, your version of PHP. And if you didn't see my last video on updates, then do please check that out, because there I have mentioned a very important factor, and definitely PHP 7.0, you do not want to be using that today, okay? You do want to be using the latest version of PHP. Now, you have then also the browser that you are using here, Safari, Firefox, Chrome, Opera, Edge, and other, and you can also upload some files and then verify the reCAPTCHA. Now, you may be wondering why the browser here is being requested, and just as many products that you have online today, some browsers, well, they generate the page completely different compared to other browsers. You know, I had to explain that. I can explain that, but that's really a completely separate topic, and yeah, probably a video by itself. So it is important to note the browser version you are using, and in many cases, Edge, Firefox, Chrome will do you. I even use Brave the majority of time because it uses a little less RAM than Edge, or handles the memory better, should I say, and of course, maybe that is something you want to try. And of course, in this case, Brave is not available there, so I would have to choose other and then add the browser in there. Now, the other options we have on the Scriptcase.net website for support is then here the ticket system. Now, you see here the ticket system is grayed out because I do not have support via tickets. So as I mentioned, you need to purchase tickets. Okay, so if I come here to the support, we have here the trial support, the FAQ, as well as the forum, so we can check those out. And we have here, first of all, the FAQ. Okay, so we have lots of information here on Scriptcase, as well as the license, the functionalities, and sales. So all nicely separated there, and you can check that out. Do have a good read of that. And then we have here also the forum, and there is a ton of information here in the forum. Plenty of people having chats, and of course discussing code examples and examples within Scriptcase, suggestions, bugs, the works. Okay, so do check that out. It is worth viewing. And of course, I should note, in some cases it's important to be a little bit more precise on what you are asking. Okay, so if you are asking a question within the forum, do try and provide as much information as possible so that somebody there will be able to help you. Now, typically I don't log in there. It's not very often. I haven't actually used the forum in quite some time, to be honest. But in general, it is very good for those little bits of information that sometimes you're trying to find, or even snippets of code and so forth. So do check that out. Then we also have here our support trial. So as it says, the best way to get started, a quality support at your service. And I'll tell you, Scriptcase is very good with their support. And of course you have here your working hours, and it tells me here for Lisbon, and that's near enough where I am. It's just like 80 kilometers away. And from here, I can then see the business hours for my time zone. Okay, so that is worth checking out. And of course, if it's not your time zone, you can change that there and it will also update for you. Now you have here also the remote access service. So you can schedule an exclusive attendance by one of these Scriptcase employees, and somebody will then remote log into your machine, to your PC, your server, whatever it may be, and help you with your installation, the setup, the export, whatever is actually required there. You also then have here the chat and email service. And that is pretty much the chat service and email service I've just shown you on the front page. So if I come here to the home page again, let's actually close this one. We come back to the home page. If I had the home page here, there we have the chat window again, and that is then also the chat and email support. Okay, so using that, we can actually email Scriptcase as well as then also request a chat session when they are available. Now, when the chat is online, I can tell you they are super professional, super friendly, and of course they'll try and help you as the best way they can. And if they can't, they'll more than likely send you to me. Okay, so you can check that out. And of course, if you need tickets, you can purchase tickets here for the support. Okay, so if I come here to the pricing, let's check out the pricing, because you have here all of the licensing options as well as then also the support options. So checking the support options, we can see here you have the option for bronze support, which is then 15 tickets over 3 months. So meaning you need to use those 15 tickets within 3 months. You also then have the silver support, which provides you with up to 40 tickets. So you're allowed to create 40 tickets for support, and they need to be used within 6 months. You notice me pausing there? Okay, so then we also have the gold support at $300, 80 tickets, which is then an annual plan. Now, in many cases, that might be an idea. Okay, so, you're going to choose the support that you need or the support that you want, depending on your business, your project, what you have going on. Choose wisely, and of course, choose whatever is suitable for you. Okay, so if you need tickets, you can get them there. And of course, you can always locate a reseller, i.e. me, if you need to be. And of course, you can always find a reseller here also. So you can locate a reseller or talk to them. And of course, you have here various companies and so forth where you are able to purchase your licenses. Or you can also do that via me. I don't know if I'm in the list there yet. I have really no idea. Let's have a look. Europe, your country, Portugal. So yes, I'm not there in the list yet. Maybe one day I will be added because, of course, yes, that would be helpful. But for the time being, I'm not there. But you know yourself, if you need a license, I am an official reseller, also an official trainer. And for sure, many of you know already because you're for sure watching those Scriptcase videos where it's, hello, my name is Jamie, and I'm here to help you today. And that is, of course, me right there on the Scriptcase channel, wanting to help you with your development. Okay, so back to our tickets. We then have here the ticket system, and we have then also the lookup tickets. So here I can see my tickets as well as get online chat support. Remember, I have no support via chat because I have no support purchased. Okay, so I'm not sure how that goes with the tickets. Okay, so I'm sorry I can't explain that one, but I don't know whether the chat is classed as a ticket in that case. That would be interesting to know. So maybe somebody from Scriptcase is watching this. Please hit me up and let me know whether the chat is related to the ticketing system, because why do I have no support via chat when I in fact have the option here? That makes no sense, but okay, maybe there is some purpose behind that, and it is in fact related to the tickets. And the way it is seen or set up here, That is the way I would imagine that. Okay, so let's have a look here at the lookup tickets, because for sure I can still see one of my original tickets that I had created eons ago. And no, it now actually takes me here to the knowledge base, which is great. And we have here my area, and there I have no tickets open, but I do have some closed tickets. And there we have one 4 months ago. We have another one 1 year ago, 1 year ago, and 3 years ago. Okay, so these are the last tickets that I had opened with Scriptcase. And as you see, it was quite some time ago, and 4 months ago, yeah, I didn't have tickets then. So I guess support actually opened a ticket for me at some point, which of course is very good. Okay, so with that, you can then also see the tickets you have created, your current tickets, your on hold tickets, your overdue tickets, and more. And you can see there's some of the errors that I have had in the past. And of course, yeah, they will happen. Now, the majority of times, those were down not to Scriptcase, but to a server configuration, which, yeah, sometimes we will have a memory lapse or some kind of lapse along the way. And yes, we then go and seek support. In those cases, it was probably cheaper and easier for me to just go and use the chat that is provided on the homepage before having to go and purchase tickets. So do keep that in mind. Okay, and then with that, I think we are at the end of today's video. So you know now how to get support, the support functionalities that are available on the Scriptcase website. Some more information on the ticketing system. I hope you guys are happy with that. And of course, if you need any support, remember, Scriptcase is there for you, as well as am I. Okay, so you just need to reach out and of course ask, book a session if you need, and of course, we're available for you. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, whatever you like, just to let me know, one, that you are enjoying this content, that I have helped you in some shape or form, and at the same time, of course, motivating me to create more videos, which is important, I would think. If you want them, of course, and if you don't, just hit that dislike button. I like those too. They're always good. And with that, maybe I know that you didn't like the content. And at the same time, do please remember that when you hit that dislike button, dislike me, not the content I'm providing, because I can't help some of the content sometimes. It is Scriptcase after all. And yeah, if there's something there you don't like, go dislike their videos. Okay, so that is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day and are, of course, enjoying the content. There's much more to come over the months, weeks, years to go. And, well, let's see, shall we? So until the next time, thanks for watching and ta-da.